Some women don't become strong because the world supports them. They become strong because the world leaves them no other option. They aren't chosen. They aren't protected. They aren't celebrated for trying. They rise because disappearing would cost them more than resistance ever could. This is one of those stories. This is the story of Maki Zenin. And why her journey isn't about power, it's about self-respect. Maki Zenin is born into one of the three great Jujutsu families, the Zenin clan, a name that on its own carries authority, privilege, and expectation. But timing matters. The clan is in decline. Its most treasured inherited technique, the 10 Shadows technique, hasn't appeared in generations. Every child born into the family is examined not as a person, but as a possibility. Maki and Mai Zenin are identical twin sisters. In the world of Jujutsu Kaisen, their connection is deeper and more literal than a typical sibling bond due to the unique way Jujutsu society views them. In the Jujutsu world, identical twins are considered a single individual. This spiritual link means their potential is split between them rather than being separate. Maki has a heavenly restriction that should give her 0 cursed energy in exchange for superhuman strength. But because Mai has cursed energy, Maki is left with a small leak of it, preventing her from reaching her full potential. From the moment she's born, the Zenin clan doesn't ask who she might become. They decide what she isn't. Maki and Mai aren't raised as heirs. They're raised as reminders of failure. They clean, they serve, they stay quiet. Their cousin, Naoya Zenin, possesses projection sorcery, a prestigious inherited technique of the Zenin clan. He inherited this ability from his father, Naobito Zenin, the 26th head of the clan. Naoya Zenin is praised, indulged, and protected. He watches their treatment and never intervenes. This matters because it teaches Maki something early. This isn't about effort. This isn't about discipline. This is about a system that decides value before you act. The only person Maki has is her sister. She promises Mai she'll never leave her, but promises made under suffocation rarely survive intact. Mai wants safety, a quiet life, invisibility. Maki wants acknowledgement, not applause, but proof that she isn't nothing. Those two desires cannot exist in the same space. When Maki declares she will leave to become a great sorcerer and eventually return to lead the clan, her uncle, the clan head at the time, Naobito Zenin, laughs and mocks her for having such high goals despite her worthless status. When Maki leaves the Zenin clan and enrolls at Jujutsu High, she isn't chasing glory, she's refusing erasure. But the cost is immediate. Mai is dragged into the same world she despises. The promise is broken. Resentment replaces trust. Maki doesn't walk away clean. She walks away knowing someone she loves will hate her for it. That matters, because role models aren't defined by painless choices. They're defined by necessary ones. When Maki appears in Jujutsu Kaisen 0, she seems harsh, blunt, intimidating, especially toward Yuta Okotsu. But her cruelty isn't rooted in arrogance. It's rooted in fear. Fear of weakness. Fear of being a burden. Fear of becoming what her family said she was. Maki doesn't despise weakness. She's terrified of it. During a mission, Maki and Yuta are swallowed by a cursed spirit. No escape, no backup, just time. Yuta admits why he became a sorcerer. He believed his life had no value unless he could make it useful to others. That confession hits Maki hard, because that's exactly how the Zenin clan treated her. And in that moment, she realizes something uncomfortable. She's been judging people the same way her family judged her, by ability, not conviction. She refuses to become that person. From that point forward, Maki stops measuring people by talent. She measures them by resolve. Maki's rebellion isn't loud. It looks like teaching. She becomes a martial arts instructor, not for the gifted, but for the willing. She trains Yuta in cursed tool combat, knowing he lacks refined control over cursed energy. She doesn't try to make him exceptional. She makes him capable. The Zenin clan interferes with her career constantly. They manipulate her grades. They keep her officially ranked as a 4th grade sorcerer, and Maki accepts it. Because her goal was never validation, it was independence. When Yuta sincerely praises her strength, physical and mental, Maki is visibly shocked. It's the first time someone recognizes her power without conditions. By the time of the Kyoto Goodwill event, Maki has changed. She's more aware, more deliberate, more willing to lead. And this is where her role as a protector becomes clear. Before the event even begins, Maki learns the truth. The Kyoto school isn't just there to compete. They've been ordered to kill Yuji Itadori. Not in battle, not as a misunderstanding. An execution disguised as a tournament. Maki doesn't hesitate. She immediately warns her classmates, Megumi, Nobara, and Panda, that Yuji's life is in danger. She takes charge. She positions allies strategically. She keeps Yuji away from coordinated attacks. She reads the intentions of the Kyoto students faster than anyone else. This is not brute strength. This is judgment under pressure. Leadership without permission. When Yuji ends up fighting Todo, it isn't accidental. Maki recognizes Todo's personality and allows the confrontation, knowing it won't result in an execution. Her choices directly save Yuji's life. That matters. Because being a role model isn't about power, it's about responsibility. During the event, Maki and Mai finally clash. Mai asks the question that's haunted them both. Why couldn't Maki just stay? Why couldn't she accept a quiet life? Maki's answer is simple and devastating. She says she couldn't live with herself if she did. This is Maki's core truth. Freedom isn't ambition for her, it's survival. The Shibuya incident doesn't reward Maki, it humbles her. She's forced to fight alongside Naobito Zenin, the current clan head. The same system that once reduced her to nothing now demands her cooperation. And she gives it. Because for Maki, justice has always mattered more than pride. Against Dagon, she's overwhelmed. Saved by Naobito himself. The irony is deliberate and humiliating. Then Jogo arrives. He kills Naobito Zenin. Maki is burned alive, scarred permanently, left unable to fight. The story doesn't undo this. Her appearance changes. Her worth does not. After Naobito Zenin dies, his will names Megumi Fushiguro as the next head if Satoru Gojo is incapacitated. Although Megumi tries to step down so Maki can take the role she once wanted, she refuses. Clan elders like Oji Zenin and Jinichi Zenin refuse to let the family fortune and leadership go to an outsider like Megumi or a failure like Maki. The elders plot to execute Maki, Mai, and Megumi. They use the chaos of the Shibuya incident to frame them as rebels attempting to free Satoru Gojo, an act declared criminal by Jujutsu headquarters. Her father, Ogi Zenin, blames his daughters for his own failures. He claims the only reason he wasn't chosen as the previous clan head was because his children were worthless. When Maki returns to the Zenin clan to retrieve the cursed tools Megumi has inherited as clan head, in preparation for the culling games, she is met with an execution attempt, ambushed, crushed, thrown into a pit of cursed spirits by her own father, where her father also throws Mai, leaving her at the brink of death. At the edge of death, Mai does something so powerful that it changes the fate of the Zenin clan forever. Mai sacrifices herself to free Maki completely, absorbing the last remnants of her cursed energy. Her final request is brutal. Destroy everything. Maki keeps that promise. She eradicates the Zenin clan, not as triumph, but inevitability. Maki emerges from the pit and effortlessly kills Ogi, bisecting his head before he can react. She then systematically hunts the clan's elite forces. She slaughters the low-level martial arts squad in seconds. The clan's top-tier sorcerers, including Jinichi, are decapitated or cut down as they try to stop her. The final major hurdle is Naoya, whose speed initially gives her trouble. Using her heightened senses, Maki predicts his movements and crushes his face with a single blow. Her story begins with a promise she couldn't keep. It ends with one she does. Maki Zenin is a role model not because she's perfect. She's a role model because she chooses herself, even when it costs her comfort, approval, and love. She rejects inherited privilege. She protects others when no one protected her. She leads without authority. She refuses silence over survival. Stories like this matter because they remind us that strength isn't always loud, courage isn't always rewarded, and becoming yourself often comes at a cost. That's what Emerging Icons is about. And if this story resonated with you, if you see pieces of yourself in women like Maki, then you already know what to do. Stay, subscribe, and discover the icons who emerge, not because they were chosen, but because they refused to disappear.